the little racist that she is, this is what my ancestors and I believe who she is. And we are basing it on my human experiences and coming across girls like Tyla all my life, right? So full disclosure, I'm not a fan of this little girl, and I don't have to be. I'm a grandmother. I'm so old. She is not for my time. She is for the time that she is entertaining and the time that elevated her music, the time that, that let her stand on their shoulders for her to be seen by the world. So, yeah. And this is why I haven't been bothering to do Tyla at all, because I saw that little girl and I heard she was from South Africa and I heard her accent and it grated on my last nerve. Not because it's a South African accent, but I picked up so much from her voice and her accent. I literally just shut down, like that would be a no for me. Okay, and I have never been able to listen to any of her music in full. I just get a snippet of 10 to 5 seconds and I'm like, that's it, I'm done. But happily, I am not her target audience. I'm an old woman. Oh my goodness, I used to boogie to Madonna, like a virgin. That's my era right there. I had my time, I had my place in the sun, and now I'm in my sunset, and I just want to chill and cruise and think about, think about things that women my age should be thinking about. Therefore, all in all, Tyla did not bother me at all. Welcome to her reading, though. It's very rare for me to do a South African. I once did South African week. I got so few readers, I couldn't be bothered to do it again. I was trying to study my class metaphysicality, because as you all know, you golden oldies of mine, you all know that I didn't even know I was Xhosa, because my dad didn't claim it and he never claimed it. I only knew it when I was a Sangoma. And that is another trauma that I will get into one day. So welcome to the board of the Bantu and welcome to the reading of Tyla, the Bantu. Yeah, some people are going to say it's Bantu. So yeah, for some. And for some, it's a Bantu. Yes, for me, it's Bantu. Okay, people, that's for me. It's Bantu, and I've been rocking with that shit because I like it and it makes sense to me. And I know somewhere in the mosaic of the Bantu, I'm not the only one who pronounces it that way. Okay, so welcome to the reading of Tyla, the little Bantu, the product of slavery, real slavery, which is Indian, West African, and white. Okay, she is a mix of all those three things: Indian, West African, and white. Straight from the bowels of South Africa slavery, which for a long time they tried to hide, but they are now embracing the truth of that nature. Welcome to the slavery of the Bantu. Welcome to the experiences of the Bantu. And Tyla is the perfect one to go with through history. So the Bantu had slavery. It was introduced by the white man when he discovered the Cape of Good Hope. Then he was using the Cape of Good Hope to go into Bantu territories and stealing the people and dragging them back to the ocean. The hardest hit, he was creating alliances. Yes, he was. And I'm ashamed to say, even my people had alliances with the white man and his slave trading ways. The hardest hit so far on paper are the Botswana. The Botswana were forced to move from the shores that they called home to what is now Botswana in order to run away from slave traders and in order to be safe from slave raidings. I understand from the history that I studied in Cape Town that these guys even went as far as Madagascar to get slaves and bring them back to the Cape of Good Hope and to sell them to Europe. A lot of those slaves were European bound, with a few making their way towards the West. When it came to building the city that is called Cape Town, there wasn't enough land. There was no beachfront property, because when you go to Namibia, you will see exactly what it was like. There was no beachfront property. So then they had to reclaim land from the ocean in order to have their beachfront properties. So then they bought slaves to do the job. They bought slaves from Nigeria, slaves from Angola, and slaves from Indonesia. I think they were lied to and they were told you are indentured servants. Slaves from Indonesia, some East Asian slaves, because I have East Asian in my DNA, some East Asian slaves and some South Asian slaves. They just brought a whole lot of slaves, and those slaves were reclaiming land by putting sand on the ocean, putting sand, putting sand, putting sand, putting sand, putting sand, until there was enough land for them to have a docking bay and beachfront property, and to walk on that beachfront property. The land that you see in Cape Town, that's by the ocean, has been imported and put there for thousands of years. So yes, there is a great history of slavery in South Africa, and it affected all the Southern African Bantu territories. And today, by reading Tyla, we actually honor that, because there ain't no way I'm gonna read this girl from a dark place. By reading Tyla, we honor our own history of slavery, in which most of us were victims. There was never a massive slave lord in like what was in existence in West Africa. So we're honoring our history as a people today. So this board right here is kind of special for me. Okay, so Tyla, the child of slavery, progeny of slavery. Now I gotta find her picture because I barely know this little girl, and I shouldn't. I'm a golden oldie. Okay, and frankly speaking, I'm so freaking happy to be a golden oldie. Okay, Tyla. She's extremely beautiful even without makeup. This is the picture I think that I'm using. Okay, so we're gonna call Miss Tyla, and why are we calling Miss Tyla to the board of the Bantu? Because she says she is a colored, and we say she is a racist. So we're coming here to prove it one way or the other. So the board of the Bantu, with our history of slavery, is now open. History of slavery to the south, because we also have history of slavery to the west and to the east, but I'm gonna let the progenies of the east and the west, southwest, talk for themselves. I'm talking for me and the Xhosa of the western, eastern, northern Namibia, Zimbabwe, Northern Cape, Namibia, Zimbabwe. I am talking for the Xhosa. Okay, we reside in more than one country and are in more than one place. Yeah, we're big. We're a big family. Okay, okay. So let me blow. Tyla, Tyla, Tyla. Okay, so this girl doesn't want to sit in our room. She wants to float above it. She is sitting on some carriage. It almost looks like a carpet, but it doesn't look like a carpet. It looks like some sort of animal, like she's riding a dragon. Yeah, she's like riding a dragon above our plate. And and it's not like a dragon, it's like a dead thing. Let me just say it's like a dead thing, like a carpet, like a, that thing that we use to sift food. I don't remember what it is called, the basket thingy that we use to sift food, and we go like this or something, but she's holding onto like its nozzle. It's almost like a boat, and she won't come down. But of course, you know that we are the Xhosa. We don't play that. So when we invite you to our plate, you come. So Tyla, come down, come down. She's screaming. She doesn't want to come down. Then she turns to me and she says, now you ruined everything. And her eyes are red. Fire, fire, red, red, red. I mean, we knew we would get things like this because she is of Indian descent. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So she is of Indian descent, so we knew we would get this, and hopefully she will not jump from my plate and onto me. Okay, get down, bitch. We ain't got time for this. Just get down. So she gets down, and in my plate, the thing disappears. It goes poof. The thing that she was flying with and going in circles, it disappears. And then she gets down. She's an extremely beautiful soul. Don't get it twisted. This bitch is beautiful. She is extremely beautiful and she's glowing golden and her skin is dark, 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 dark. And she's wearing like gold attire over her dark skin and she is extremely beautiful. This girl gets everything in life because she is beautiful and for no other reason. And she laughs and she says, correct. If you know how to use your beauty, it'll pay for you. I ain't got nothing against that, sister girl. I ain't got nothing against that. So she comes and she sits. Now she's got like a crown on her head. It's also golden. And I'm looking at it. I mean, oh, give me some time, people. I mean, oh, because I don't believe I've ever had such a beautiful, beautiful creature in my plate. Okay, so give us some time. Okay. So she says she was born to be a star. That this is her thing. She was born to it. She was created for it. And the crown is for her. But she's not rising fast enough. Not at the pace that she should be rising at. She says, at this rate, I'm never going to be as great as Whitney Houston. And you want to be greater than Whitney Houston? She says, oh, I want to surpass her. I want to surpass all of them. But I'm not, my trajectory is not moving fast enough. I've been having problems. She said, and I'm asking, what problems? And she says, black people. Let me stop tapping the table in case I get arthritis at this age. Okay. See what I'm telling you? I'm telling you. Okay, how are black people a problem to you? And her beauty disappears and she takes on a visage of hate. Me told you. Me told you. This reading was a waste of time because I knew it. Hate. She said they are the lowest of the low and they are the most difficult. I want to marry myself a white guy so that my kids won't be dark.